I'm Todd Grisham, and we're going old school tonight here inside the Grand Theater. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn. 146 pounds on the button. He stands 5'8" tall with a reach just over 68 inches. Up against them, Lupe Fiasco. Man, this guy has done it all in music, a true legend. But what about when he puts the gloves on? We're about to find out.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn, one of the most exciting and electrifying fighters in the world today. Lupe Fiasco. Just like perhaps his most famous song, Lupe Fiasco promises to be a superstar in the boxing game. We'll see.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome Lupe Fiasco.
Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
That's why this fight is so hot. You could have bought a ticket last year for this fight. People are so excited, looking forward to this.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. So here we go. Should be a good one. No rest for the weary. Hit him with a left jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
How about that time counter shot? They've got to use their jab better in this fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ben in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Come on, you've let him back into the fight.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
In your lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure.
Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping around. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be calm.
But you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't
stick him on the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round.
on end and think about what you do. Good work. Just the same.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Get back behind your
Shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out.
On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy shots. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
Put your mind back on the job.
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick. Just keep him on.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
Straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let...
Get your shots off. Don't give me anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry about it, kid. Done all your work all the way through,
so he can't figure you out. Great work. Just the same again.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out there and let's
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him...
We don't care. We don't care. Go out there. You win this next round for me, kid.
Good enough, but you're still landing your power shots.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Take that confidence away.
Fence on end and think about what you do. Good work. Now, don't want you to load up.
On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That hook just can't find the target. It's all offense all the time. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Counter punching. Nice power punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Get your mind back on the job.
Getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful. Beautiful.
Worry about our round. Let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that.
Work. Don't be looking at it for one shot at a time. Set him up, or you'll take him out. He's too tired. He's not getting back up. Good work at that, kid. Let's get
Back out there and win the round.
You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him
win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it.
now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing
The referee
back.
calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Don't get carried away.
In the round on your jab and breathe when you're stepping around. Come on, you've let him back in.
On to the fourth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. Fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. Well done with that counter shot. Throws the jab but does not score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs...
Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out.
And there's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ben in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Right down the middle. You can miss him.
This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
His stamina is off the charts. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like he turned it.
Get your mind back on the draw.
Here comes round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab doesn't find a home. That counter punch caught him clean. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Good work. That's it now.
Round 8, and we're off again. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. They're unanimous.
Let's fight under the stars, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful night for fights here at the Observatory. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Showboat. They're coming up against Lightning Hands. This fight will take place in the lightweight division. Always fast hands, quick reflexes. Who can beat the other fighter to the punch? That's usually who's going to win.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
First up, we have Showboat from the United States of America. He'll be squaring up against Lightning Hands from the United States of America.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now for the official introductions. We turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks with red trim. Showboat. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the gray trunks with red trim. Lightning Hands.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Good left hook. And he scores with the counter. You'd like to see more jabs. Done with that counter shot. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. Swing and a miss with the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They've got the momentum. They've got... On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement, move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
one another. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even-Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Missing with the hook. Just missed with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Was almost a... And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter shot lands. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
How about that time counter shot? And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Counter punching. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford.
A knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
You win the round. You're starting to make mistakes and you switch.
Good word. Don't forget to jab and don't get carried away. Think about that.
Get back out there and win the round. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than...
Don't wait to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him.
John, get your boxing back together and put it back on him this round.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it.
Fight, do you? Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him...
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Go again.
Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused.
There's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That counter doesn't score. His stamina is off the charts. And down goes Showboats. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Keep around, you feel good. Just keep him on the edge. Give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so he can't...
And now you've let him get back into it. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of the jab.
That's it. He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart.
Stop him in his tracks. I need you to focus.
Good man, good man. Just say him again. Don't change too much. Keep the...
Into this, you're better than this kid. Go back out there and win the round.
You weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power shots.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Good work. Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2s.
There's the bell for round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A perfect counter shot. Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Insane action. That counter punch caught him clean. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym at least For once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.